U.S. authorities are searching for a military contractor who appears to have escaped house arrest. Leonard Francis pleaded guilty in 2015 to organizing a corruption scandal that involved bribing Navy officers. Authorities say he removed his GPS monitoring ankle bracelet on Sunday. When officers arrived at his home, they found it empty. Let's bring in NBC News Pentagon correspondent Courtney Kube. Courtney, this guy has the nickname Fat Leonard. Bring us up to speed on his case and what was his sentence he was serving at home.
That's right, Vicky. So Fat Leonard is the nickname he got because of, frankly, his weight and his size. But this is a story that really sent shockwaves through the Navy several years ago. It was the largest corruption scandal in the history of the United States Navy, and it is something that is still rippling through the military officer promotions system right now. So Fat Leonard, as he was known, he had a system of bribing with prostitutes, money, trips, exotic and luxurious trips for Navy officers if they would bring their ships to ports where he had contracting services. So he would provide the ships with fuel, with various kinds of services and logistical support if the military would bring the ships there, and then some of the leadership of those ships would get some kinds of bribes or kickbacks. Once it was discovered, once the NCIS, that's Naval Criminal Investigative Services, once they discovered what was happening, there were numerous Navy officers who were charged. Some did jail time. Some lost their careers over the course of several years of this. Now, Fat Leonard now has been on house arrest for a number of years at his multi-million-dollar home in Southern California. And as you said, over the weekend, apparently he escaped. He cut off his ankle bracelet. And now authorities are looking for him, including the U.S. Marshals Service, Vicky.
Courtney, what's the sense? Do authorities have any leads on where he might be headed? Any connections? How do they even go about searching for someone like this when they've lost that GPS connection?
Well, so there's a couple of leads that they're looking at. One is neighbors said they saw several U-Haul vehicles outside of the home over the last week or so. So there's a hope that maybe they'll be able to find him based off of his renting those U-Hauls. In addition to that, there is an assumption. I don't have, according to the officials, the Navy officials who I've spoken with about this, there's no evidence that he's gone south, but just the fact that he is near the border with Mexico, there is an assumption that perhaps he tried to go across the border. Maybe he tried to leave California. They've sent out a number of alerts. Again, given, his nickname, Fat Leonard, given his size and his somewhat specific details about his physique, they're hoping that maybe they'll be able to catch him. But the reality is he may have a 1 or 2 day head start on authorities. So right now the marshals are looking, but they've put out like an all points bulletin all over the area for him.
Real quick before I let you go, Courtney, how much time was left on his sentence for the home, time?
Well, so that's one of the most interesting parts about this. He was actually supposed to be sentenced in just a couple of weeks. So there is a belief now among the officials I've spoken with that this is something he was worried about being sentenced, and this is something he may have been planning for weeks and or months.
Got it. All right. NBC News Pentagon correspondent Courtney Kube, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.